I don't even know if y'all are ready for this one, honestly. I'm about to really mess with y'all heads. Some people are in love with the idea of who their partner could be, but not who they actually are at the moment. What's up, y'all? Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button. I'm still not sure. I think it's on this side, but
doesn't matter.
Make sure to like this, comment when I'm done or now,
whatever you want.
And yeah, let's just get straight into this. Alright, so as you guys can see by this title, today I'm going to be doing another unpopular opinions video, but this one's going to be relationship edition. Yeah, I'm just disclaimer, I guess. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Like I said in my last opinions video, it's my opinion, so, you know, take it or leave it. But yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so my first opinion is I think some of you guys are not in love, but you're just comfortable. And what I mean by that is that I feel like some people stay in relationships just because of how long they've known each other, or just because they feel comfortable. And I don't think that's always the best decision, because sometimes when you stick in something that you're comfortable with, you're not necessarily giving yourself the best that you could have. Sometimes someone can tend to stay with somebody because their history, but there's nothing else really benefiting either of them at that point. I feel like it's honestly completely okay to outgrow a relationship. I think that it happens. Sometimes people are scared to leave that relationship, but if it reaches a point where it's just stagnant, especially if you're not married or grown yet, I feel like it's okay to move on. Oh, I just put 2 points into one. So yeah, the first one was some of you guys aren't in love, you're just comfortable. And then my second point was it's okay to outgrow a relationship. I think it's perfectly fine if you don't want to be in a committed relationship. However, you need to communicate your intentions from the jump. If you know the person that is trying to be with you wants a serious relationship, it's not fair of you to sell them that false hope. But in reality, you know that that's not what you want, because now you're just playing with their head, and that's not fair. Be honest straight up. If you don't want to commit, that's fine. Just tell people that ahead of time. On the other side, I think it's perfectly fine to want to commit, specifically at my age, because I know a lot of people around my age are like,
oh, you know, you're so young, why are you trying to settle down? This why you be so serious.
But that's perfectly fine. Personally, I've never dated somebody without the intention of it being long term. I know some people can definitely do that, but I'm just not the type of person that can just date just for fun, I guess, you know? I feel like if we're together, I have to see some type of future with you, or else I feel like I'm just wasting my time. I know there's definitely some people out there that relate with me, but that doesn't have to apply to you. Like I said, whatever you want, whether that's a commitment or just to, I don't know, vibe, just let that be known early on. Okay, I'm a little iffy on this, but I wrote down that being friends with your ex is okay, but only sometimes. I think it depends on a lot of different factors. Maybe if you guys were friends before and then you date for like a little bit and you're like, nah, it doesn't work, and then you go back to being friends, that's fine. But I feel like if you met someone and immediately the goal was to be in a romantic relationship with them, and then you guys, you know, hit it off, you do really well, and then you break up, I don't see how you guys can go to just friends after. Maybe it's just me, but I know I couldn't do it really, because I might grow feelings again, and I just need to be distanced from that period. Ex for a reason. We were together and then we weren't. So let's keep it like that. I tried being friends with an ex, but it didn't really work. So if you can do it, that's fine. As long as like your current partner doesn't mind it or whatever, or if you're just single and you feel like it's fine with your health, by all means go ahead, but I feel like it just wouldn't be good for me, honestly. If you can't go a month or two without being in a relationship, that's a problem. I know a lot of serial daters, and it always kind of just baffles me, because I don't understand how you can just jump from relationship to relationship. I feel like if you're a serial dater, you probably just don't know how to be on your own, and that's unhealthy. Obviously, we're humans and we seek companionship, but if you feel like you need to constantly be in a relationship and you don't even give yourself time to recover or reevaluate after your relationship, then you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're just not well preparing yourself for your next relationship, in my opinion. Your partner should not be responsible for your happiness. This kind of is based off of the last one. You should be happy on your own, and you should be able to provide yourself your own comfort. Your partner should just be an additional happy booster. I don't know, like they should just be adding on to your happiness, but they shouldn't be your happiness, you know what I mean? Obviously it's okay to, you know, have a bad day and they're the person you want to talk to, they're the person that'll make you feel better. That makes sense. But if you're specifically seeking relationships to fill a void or to make you happy because you're unhappy with yourself by yourself, then that's not okay. And again, that's unhealthy. It seems to me that some people have pretty low standards, and it's really evident when I see people praising others for being faithful. I'm like, is that not a standard anymore? Why is fidelity being praised? You should not be rewarded for being faithful. Like, oh my, congrats, you know, it was 5 months strong and you still haven't cheated on me.
What?
Can we normalize not cheating? I don't know. Can we go back to the days when that wasn't actually? I don't know if that ever was a thing, but can we make that a thing? Because I'm down for that. I'm starting to truly think that the phrase "I love you" has really lost its meaning. People throw that phrase around like it's literally nothing, and at this point I feel like it's lost a little bit of its value. I'll see couples just literally started dating like a couple weeks ago or a month in, and not to say that, you know, I'm on the inside of everyone's relationships and I know what's going on, because obviously I don't, but I feel like love is not something that just is born in a day. Granted, there's no set definition of love, and obviously love is different things to different people, but people say it way too often for it to really mean as much as it once did or should mean. Again, this is all just my opinion. I don't know. Bro, okay, so I heavily believe that relationships fail way more these days because I feel like everyone's trying to have a copycat relationship to the relationship that they idolize on Instagram and YouTube. Do y'all not understand that what you're seeing is the end product? You're not seeing all the dark secrets of that relationship. You don't know what's going on. So last summer, I went on a whole social media cleanse. I wasn't on Snapchat or Instagram. I don't think Facebook, but mostly Instagram was where the negative energy was coming from for me, because I was constantly comparing myself to other females, the people in relationships, stuff like that. But when you really step back and think about it, you have to really remind yourself that what you see is not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll see couples post things, and I think honestly,
No cheat.
but I realized this through the people that I actually know personally. They would talk to me about what's going on with them, and then I'd see the picture and I'd be like, okay, so you know, this is probably how every other couple is too. I'm seeing the good side, obviously, on Instagram. You're not gonna post a fight or argument, but there is real stuff that happens behind the scenes. And I feel like, I don't know if it's just trendy to be in a relationship or something, because aside from that, there's also people consistently trying to mimic literal conversations from what they see online. Like that whole "would you like me if I was a worm" thing. It was funny and all like that.
Barely,
But it's like, bro, why is it that all it takes is one person to do it for everybody else to want to do it too? Y'all not original now? I'm not about to have the same exact conversation with my boyfriend that I just saw
Everyone else on Twitter have.
I don't understand the purpose of that. It's just weird. Like, there's something inauthentic about it, and I feel like that's what's going to be the downfall for this generation's love. I 100% do not think that you have to consistently post your partner on social media to validate the relationship, which again kind of ties into the last one, because what we do has nothing to do with what the world sees. It's fine if you want to post me every now and then just to, oh guys, hey, I have a girlfriend, like that's fine, but I don't need you to consistently post me every Wednesday, because that doesn't mean anything. You could post me every single Wednesday and still cheat on me. Matter of fact, I know, you know what? I mean, anyways, the posting doesn't mean nothing. It's about what we're doing behind the scenes, behind the cameras. But also off of that, private does not equal secret. So just because we keep our information about our relationship private, which is what it should be, because not the whole world should know about what you guys are doing. No one needs to know when you guys break up every 10 seconds. Literally no one cares. But there's a line between private and secret. If you're literally telling me I can't even tell my friends about you, I can't tell my family about you, I can't talk about you, I'm gonna be a little suspicious. Like I said, you can keep me on the DL, I guess, but if your friends don't know about me, nobody in your circle knows about me, I'm gonna be like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, are you hiding me? Like, that's a little sus to me. I feel like this generation loves toxicity. I don't know what's going on, or maybe the past generations, they just did it in secret, but it really seems to be like this generation thrives off of it. I've never seen people more eager to be in toxic situations. It's honestly mind-boggling. Am I missing something? Because I could never. I'm sorry. I know never say never, but there's some things that I've seen some people go through that I'm like, I don't know how you allowed yourself to even stay in that situation. Abusive and the other stuff, like that stuff I take seriously. That's different 100%. But it'll be like no type of power imbalance or none of that. I've educated myself on unhealthy, toxic, and abusive relationships. So I'd say I kind of know what I'm talking about. It'll be like this dumb stuff like, I'm just, how? It'll be clear as day, someone's cheating on you, someone's just constantly disrespecting you, and they'll be like, yeah, but, and the buts don't even be meaningful. Like I said, if it's in an abusive relationship where sometimes people might feel trapped or stuck, but a lot of times I'm listening to people speak and I'm like, you're not even like, bro, you're good. Y'all be glorifying toxicity, and I'm not understanding why this is a thing. Why are you romanticizing it? They block their significant other every other day. but then unblock them, and they call them 500 times a day, but text them, and then they stalk them through other socials while they're blocked on their phone. Why are you doing all that? You should not need to be going to war every single day with your partner to prove that you guys' love is strong or that y'all are really ride or die. That's really weird, and it's very childish. Again, this has the whole like social media thing. I feel like y'all be seeing other girls or guys posting stuff like, we might fight, but you know, we still down for each other, and then y'all be literally purposely trying to stir up tea in your own relationship. Can y'all worry about yourselves? Why are you guys always so fascinated and so infatuated with what everyone else is doing? Mind yours. I don't understand. Somebody make me understand. Somebody please help me. I don't get it. I don't understand the hype of consistently fighting. I don't understand the hype of constantly arguing. I don't want to sit here and, you know, try to be like, I'm not like other girls, but if that's the energy I want, I'm not gonna be able to reciprocate it. And at this point, I'm gonna be single for a minute. I just don't have the energy for it. It's unnecessary. If we're good, we're good. We don't need to argue. All right, so this one I stand behind 100%. Your partner should not be responsible for healing you. It's just similar to what I said about them being responsible for your happiness, but when I say healing, I mean specifically because a lot of people, you know, they go through a lot of stuff. They go through a lot of damage and they end up broken because of it. Obviously, we all have our own stories, we all have our own baggage. However, it should not be the responsibility of your next partner to clean up after someone else's mess. Some people, you know, they get cheated on, they get, I don't know, played with, whatever. It leaves them messed up, and I understand that, and I have empathy for that 1000%. However, you don't get to clock me 24/7 and ask me where I am and ask me who I'm texting all the time because your ex cheated on me because I'm not your ex. You don't get to be on my back or trying to start arguments with me because your ex was argumentative. Again, I'm not your ex. Don't treat me like I'm your ex. I'm a whole new person, and if you're not ready to conceptualize me as a separate person from her, then you don't need to be with me. A lot of the times after you go through whatever you go through, you end up a little bit emotionally unavailable or mentally unavailable, and I don't think you guys realize that. When you are either of those two or both, you cannot be in a relationship with somebody else, or at least a healthy one. It's not gonna work. You need to be able to communicate and have those skills and be able to, you know, be ready to listen to me and all that stuff. But if you can't do that, it's just not gonna work. Me personally, I have trust issues. I know I do. It's very hard for me to trust anybody, whether friends, romantic, platonic, whatever. And I understand that with myself, which is why I'm probably going to be single for a minute. When I figure this out, when I work it out for myself, I'll be more than happy to, you know, try to be in a relationship again. But at the moment, I need to build that part up. I need to build up that trust, like just being able to trust someone. I'm not gonna go into a relationship with somebody where I'm gonna have to consistently be on their back and be like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, huh? Do you love me? Are you sure? Because I know that's gonna be annoying, and I know that no one deserves to, you know, have that consistently being thrown at them 24/7. You're not gonna want to be around me. So it's just things like that, you know. I just feel like people need to be more mindful of that. I don't even know if y'all are ready for this one, honestly. I'm about to really mess with y'all heads. Some people are in love with the idea of who their partner could be, but not who they actually are at the moment. Y'all heard it here. Alright, listen, I get it. This person might, like, I see that. I see what you're seeing. I see that you're imagining a future. I see that you think that this could be the mother of your kids, that this could be the father of your kids, that this is the one. I get it. But if they're not showing you signs that they're ready to be that person, you cannot force them to be that person. Along with the healing, you should not be grooming your partner to be the perfect partner for you. They are who they are. If they're someone that does not want kids, you can't be in a relationship with them and, oh, hopefully along the way I'll change their mind and they'll want to give me 10 kids. It's possible, but that should not be your intention. You should be able to love them as they are, for who they are, and for what they can offer and what they can bring to the table. If they're not trying to do certain things, you shouldn't be entering the relationship with them anyways and just being like, oh well, it's okay, you know, I'll change them. At that point, you're not in love with that person. You're in love with what they can be. And I feel like that's also why some people stay in relationships that they shouldn't be in anymore, because again, which goes back to my first point, I think, the comfortability. You gotta move on. You gotta be able to see what's right for you, what you want, what you deserve, and demand that in your life. There's no settling. We're not settling out here. If you want someone who can bring this, and that, you need to go out and find someone who can bring that, because the person you're with right now, they're just hindering you and you're just blocking your blessings. Sometimes you block your own blessings, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but sometimes you block your own blessings. Write that down, memo that, star thought. Y'all won't catch that. If you understand that, shout out to you. But if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. You gotta find that person who's gonna be able to give you what you want. So I wrote this down, but now I'm kind of having second thoughts. I wrote down that I don't believe in breaks, but I kind of see how they can be useful. I just think that I wouldn't personally want breaks in my relationship. Like, what's the point? I guess I can understand why people need them, because maybe they've either been together too long But at that point, I feel like just break up, and then if you guys end up back together, I wouldn't call it a break. I don't know what a break is. I understand not talking to someone for like a day or two, but why are we going on like a 2-week break? I don't like the on and off stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. Again, this is just for me personally, but I don't like the idea of that. I'm not sure that this is actually unpopular or something that a lot of people don't already agree with, but I'm gonna just put this out there. I personally don't think that cheating is a forgivable mistake. First of all, it's not a mistake. I don't think that you can cheat on someone you love. I feel like that's an excuse. If you tell me that you love me and you care about me and it's only me, and then you go out, how do you accidentally... It doesn't make sense. I can't take you back. In that moment when you were doing that action, you completely disregarded me and you threw away everything we had. Because a big thing for me is respect, and I feel like that's like the biggest sign of disrespect. So if you cheat on me, it's over. I don't understand why labels complicate things. Like, okay, the whole vibing thing, the talking, that doesn't make sense, you know? Are we dating? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? We were vibing, okay, we had a nice vibe going on, we got to know each other, which is dating, that's what it's called. But we were doing all that, and now you can't call me your girlfriend because I'm confused. Why does that automatically just put on the whole weight of pressure? We already got through the hard part. You got to know me, I got to know you. If the vibe was there before, why does it have to disappear with the title? Oh, I already said my next point about the vibing, which I also mentioned in my pet peeve video. I feel like I'm low-key over giving people advice when it comes to relationship, honestly. This past year really taught me people are really gonna do whatever they want to do at the end of the day. They can come to you as many times as they want, but people know at the end of the day what they're gonna do. And when they come to you, they're usually coming to you to confirm what they want to do. So I'll listen, like I have no problem listening. Obviously I'm still gonna be there for my friends, and if you need to vent or talk, if you really want my opinion, okay, I'll give it to you. Also, in general, you should know when to just listen and when to actually speak, because sometimes they're not even asking for advice, they're just asking you to listen, you know, and that's fine. But it's low-key annoying when people ask for advice and then they don't take it. I get it, but that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not even mad at it anymore. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, so I'm not gonna put too much thought, because I feel like I'm an empath and I really get deep into it when I'm giving people advice. Then just for that to kind of go out the window, I'm like, all right, never mind. So like I said, I'll listen. I love to help however I can. That's just me. But for the most part, when it comes to relationships, I'm gonna hear you out, but do what you want to do, because you're gonna do it regardless. All right, so lastly, again, this isn't really that unpopular, but throwing it in there anyways, a relationship should be 50-50. I don't feel like it should ever be an uneven balance of effort being put into it. There's definitely gonna be times, depending on different situations or whatever, when maybe someone's feeling down, or maybe someone's going through depression and they're really able to give like 30 or whatever, and you might have to pick up the other. I get it, but it should not be I'm willingly telling you that I'm gonna put more effort in the relationship than you are. At that point, what is it for? A relationship is supposed to benefit you. If you're not gaining anything from the other person, then just dead it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. And also, you shouldn't be comfortable allowing someone else to put in more effort than you are. I feel like you should look at yourself and be like, dang, I need to kind of step it up. I need to put in more energy, because I feel like that's foul. Like, low-key. Again, probably not unpopular, but I just feel like that makes sense. So alright, y'all, if y'all made it to this end of this video, I want to say thank you. You feel me? You know what the word is. Just kidding. I'm so sorry. But make sure, like I said in the beginning, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, hit that notification bell. Help your girl out, because you want to know when I'm posting. You feel me? You want to know when I'm posting, alright? You want to know. Alright, so thank you. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in my next video. I'm gonna stop. I did that in the beginning, and it's just, alright. Yikes. Yo.